Thank you, mate. I appreciate it.
Well done, Gordy.
That was a fair old race. Jeez,
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was
no, it was good. It
that was
really
a cracker.
good,
Yeah, you were fairly
enjoyed
gone
the
there,
whole-
weren't you? After the first few laps, right?
Yeah. I think once I, broke the toe, I knew that I had
That's
some good pace. So from there on, it was just about extending the gap and not making any mistakes. It would, drop any positions.
Exactly, and it's all come your way. So it's nice to have a bit of a lead to start off with. But behind you, obviously Bart as well. Good for Bart there. It's well done, mate. I know you're not used to these GT cars, so that must be a turn up for you.
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, I don't think I had anything for Gordy's pace, so I was still learning as the race went on. I assume he backed off. I was actually worried he was saving tyres in the first stint and was going to just be about a second faster in the second half of the race, but
you did cling on to it for the first few laps, though, mate. It was good. What was it? About 1.7 to 2 seconds behind, so you were hanging on to him for a fair period there. But yeah, like you say, and then it was just gone from there in between sort of yourself, Gordy, and Nico behind you as a class of 3 out the front there. So really well done. Same for you, Nico. Decent result, third for you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I had a really bad start. Then I lost him a little bit there. Yeah, and after that, a bad pit stop as well. So the race was practically over. Yeah, I fueled 11 liters too much and you could see it. I lost over 3 seconds in the pits, and after that, it was basically gone, and I was doing my own race.
blame the folding chair, mate. It was the folding chair.
No, yeah. I didn't practice the pit stops at all, so of course that will go wrong.
And then I will admit, a surprise for everybody in the chat that was watching. Sebastian in 4th. We didn't expect you there, Sebastian. That's you got to be chuffed with that. That's a fairly decent result.
Yeah, that's good.
So that's a proper Kimi Räikkönen response, isn't it? That's it. It's good. That's it. Yeah, it's good. What more do you want? So...
yeah. Let someone else get a word in, will you?
Yeah. And then behind you, obviously Timo. Decent result from Timo as well, coming in there. So you've got to be
it was okay. We have Luke was chasing me, and at first I was chasing Ashley for a long time, and I finally got him, and then Luke was chasing me.
There was a fair old bit of argy-bargy between yourself, Ash, Luke, and then I think it would have been Tony as well, wouldn't it? Especially those first couple of laps. Sort of, what was it, 4 abreast going through Eau Rouge at one point, I think you were. So it's
we were like 2 seconds apart, all 4.
Yeah, so really close work. So that was really good to watch. Same with Luke. Are you still awake, Luke?
Yeah, mate, I'm still here. I'm actually a little bit disappointed that I decided to have a bit of like a play around with Tony and kind of bump draft him and whatever. Because if I hadn't have mucked around there, I might have actually might have caught Timo at the end.
We did say during the commentary, like it looks great when we're following it, but we thought that's going to be affecting him slightly. And it will come bad in the end, but it was great to watch.
Yeah, well, I thought I'd obviously buggered up the pit stops because I didn't realise that that tyres couldn't be done at the same time as fuel. So I sat there and did fuel and tyres and just committed to that. And then I was like, oh well, I'm not going to catch anyone, so I'll just hang out with Tony for a bit.
You went a lap longer than everyone else before pits as well, didn't you, I think? So.
Yep. I did. I ran it right up against the red line. Did a bit of a Kramer from Seinfeld. Just tried to run the tank dry. So I was a bit disappointed on that first lap because I ran wide trying to stay with Bart, and then I ended up with a long lap penalty or whatever you call it, slow down penalty. So that's why I kind of dropped off going into Eau Rouge there.
Yeah, and then coming up behind you was Tony, who you kept scrapping with, even though you said you shouldn't. So, how did it go for you, Tony? Good talk, Tony.
I can speak for Tony. I think he might have gained a bit of lap time with the Ferrari up behind the Lambo there.
Yeah, definitely. It seemed the Lambo.
Yeah, I think Tony forgot he's got a PTT.
what he's done there is he's decided, no, I'm going to do one better than Sebastian. Sebastian says 2 words. I'm going to say none.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's proper Kimmy.
Yeah, full Kimmy moment. And then you got Ash. Ash, we thought you'd be a bit further up.
Yeah, so did I. Yeah, I just
didn't
don't think I
quite
really
go
looked after
your
the
way.
tires
Yeah.
very well. And then with the off track, I then got a drive-through penalty, which then kind of just ended it for me, really. So
I think we just missed the off track through there. So a bit unfortunate, as you say. But there were some good battles between yourself and the 3 ahead of you. So I know you were keeping them pretty honest, especially at the start of the race. So it's just unfortunate with the off track.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, the pace was better than I thought. I mean, I think the last time I was on iRacing was about Christmas, so it's kind of been getting used to it a lot. I've mainly been doing more on Assetto Corsa, so it's, as the race was getting on, I was getting more familiar with obviously the way iRacing works again. So
okay, fair enough. So
yeah, it was good.
It's good, but definitely good to watch. So I know Stu's still here. Stu, is there anyone you want to prod for questioning?
Well, I think just first of all to everyone, congratulations. It was quite the spectacle. It was great to see you all hammering it out with each other, all the little battles that were going on. Also, congratulations to Gordy. Well done, mate. Absolutely flying off there and putting a very solid set of performances together. But this is a general question to everyone now that we've had the first round of the championship happen, and then I'll pick on some names to give us an answer. But now that you're all somewhat more familiar with iRacing than you might have been an hour or 2 ago, and somewhat more familiar with your chosen cars, the question I have, first of all, to Gordy, who took the win. Do you think you've learned anything about your competitors, your car, and your iRacing general approach that you can take into round 2?
Yeah, sure. I think I put a little bit of practice in for this event, so for sure I'll take that on to the next one. I've kind of learned which of my competitors are strong. Kind of what areas they were strong as well. So definitely learned a few things about my competitors, and my approach for this round I think was pretty good. So I know that I'm on the right track to take that on and be successful in the next few races. So yeah, just work hard at it and keep doing what I'm doing, I think, for now.
And we saw a couple of not surprises, and we don't mean to pick on you, Ashley, but we thought as a collective commentary team, but definitely Liam thought you should have been doing better. But do you think overall, now that you've found yourself back on iRacing rather than the Assetto Corsa, are you feeling slightly better now that the first one's out of the way, and you can bring some newfound confidence because you finished really strongly considering it's your first time back since Christmas? So what's gonna drive you to perform better next time round and take some learnings from today?
To be honest, yeah, obviously with the result I'm disappointed, but at the same time, I think it's more just spending more time on the sim, on iRacing in particular. I think the main reason why I've not really been on iRacing that much is I find the McLaren GT4 Ultra race in real life is much more realistic on the Assetto Corsa version. So since that, it's kind of been more my main focus. But yeah, I think just more practice ahead of the next race, and yeah, I think it should be all good.
Well, I think you should be proud of your performance, mate. Everyone did well, and you held off quite a few gnawing piranhas at your back end there a couple of times. So were you aware that you were under pressure through some of those sectors?
Yes, although I think it's easier because I think when they're catching by so much per lap, there's nothing you can do about it. Whereas once they're there, it's like, right, okay, how can you manage the situation? And then from that, you can just kind of back them up where they're stronger. And then obviously in my areas, it's just kind of focus more on the cleaner exits, which obviously helps down the straights.
Incredible. Yeah, it looked, believe me when I say it looked very, very dramatic from where we were sat.
Definitely.
But everybody did a great job. So well done. And onwards and upwards to round 2. And is everybody aware of where we're headed next, I wonder?
No one says.
I think we're going to Branch Hatch.
That's
yeah,
right.
Brands Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit.
Be honest, who went straight to the menu there going, oh yeah, where are we?
I just close to iRacing, so I can't. I would have.
Yeah, definitely Brands next for everybody. And again, just from me as well, this is taken some work to set up over the past sort of 3 or 4 months. So I want to thank you all for coming along. It's been absolutely brilliant. It means a lot you've taken the time to join this and get involved. So yeah, thank you for that, and massive congratulations to everybody, especially the top 3. Hopefully Gordy will not have it so easy next time though. Give him a bit of a run.
No, he won't.
Oh,
we'll try and make sure of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So which barrier are you going in then, Gordy?
Well, it depends. Well, by the sense of it, it depends. You know, that's up to the other's choice.
That was good, wasn't it?
Great race, great bunch of lads. So I'm happy with that. It's been good. It's we had some good banter going on in that. I won't read out half the stuff they said.
Do you know, I glanced over every now and again, and I was like, "Ooh."
Yeah, we'll just leave that. Yeah, I'm sure people could see that, but
it's cracking me up, man. It was cracking me up.
I will cut the stream here for everybody and say same time again next week on Tuesday. I'll make sure it all goes out on social media so everyone can see it. And I will update all the results, and there will be highlights courtesy from Stu and his Is It Fast team very shortly. If you want to tell people about that, Stu.
Oh, well, I might as well. So racing happens on any given day, but we all know that it's nice to sometimes have a slightly more concise version of the whole thing so that you can consume it on a lunch break or another such time where you have 1 or 2 minutes spare. And so across Is It Fast, not just from race number 1, but across the season, we are going to be delivering highlights so that you can have a little look, see all the best bits from what the guys and girls are doing on track. Not to mention, we also have some other lovelies, including talking to some of the drivers. And so instead of just listening to my voice and seeing the drivers on iRacing, you get to see our faces. So that's always a downer, but don't worry about that because we do talk about some interesting things and those will be sprinkled throughout the season as well. I won't go into too much detail about some of the physical things that will be going on, but Liam has some incredible things lined up with some lovely partners and some interesting we call it interesting providers of sim equipment. I think that's vague enough.
I think that's vague enough.
That's pretty vague, and we will be going down and sharing some of the ins and outs of how those of you who wish to get into racing via the sim world on iRacing or maybe even other platforms, you'll be able to get your hands on those as well. So via Is It Fast on all of our social platforms and obviously via Blue Streak as well, we will be sharing a lot more than just the racing. As if the racing wasn't enough, Liam, we're sharing an awful lot more. So plenty to get your teeth into. Don't forget to head to Blue Streak and buy some merch because it's well worth it. You will be the coolest cats on the walkway. So head over and do that as well.
If he doesn't say so himself, he's got his coming. That's why he knows the score. But no.